Hey, Steve Mignotti here doing the Junkyard Crawl at Burniston Auto Wrecking in Burniston, Massachusetts with a 1981 Dodge Mirada CMX. Now, the Mirada arrived in 1980 and was built through 1983, replacing the Dodge Magnum, which was a much heavier car based on the B-body platform with longitudinal torsion bars. The Magnum, by contrast, is based on the J-body platform with transverse torsion bars, kind of a relative of the Dodge Aries or Dodge Aspen, Plymouth Aspen, and Plymouth Volare and Dodge Aspen. And again, smaller, leaner. And that right there is a great car. The Magnum was a final B-body. You could get a 400 cubic inch big block in. Most of those had 318s or 360s, never a slant six in the Magnum. But in the Marada, you could get a 225 slant six. Most of these had a 318 or a 1980 only, a 360 four barrel, kind of cool. But again, this one here is not that. We'll find out in a moment what this has. But here's an issue of collectible automobile with a Marada in full bloom, beautiful car. It's a CMX. We can see it has that white plastic top on it. It's fiberglass. And inside the magazine, some good pictures of the cars in the process of being designed and stuff. So cool stuff. Collectible automobile, a good source for information about cars of all descriptions. So let's move on to what this car is. The CMX, the Marada, actually, all of them came with this here. So the faux air extractor doesn't do anything at all, just adds element of intrigue, and it doesn't do anything. It's just an indentation in the fender, but it doesn't, just the vents are closed, they're blocked off. But again, this one has the CMX package, and that means this thing here, a simulated convertible top. This was at a time when Detroit wasn't building convertibles. They were legislated out of existence, but this is a fiberglass cap that covers up the standard steel roof. And crazy but true, the Marada has a B-pillar window right here, a triangular thing right here, which it's still in there. The glass is there, but this thing covers it up. Kind of a nasty blind spot at the right rear corner if you're trying to merge or back up. Form and function don't always go hand in hand. Okay, let's go under the hood and see what we find. Now, this could have a slant six, but let's see what we have. And down here at the front, by the way, if you ever had a Cord 810 or 812, and you probably did, maybe not, they're very rare, but the front grille on these things is reminiscent of the Cord, EL Cord's vehicle. And this is a urethane fascia on this thing. It's all rubberized plastic. You can see right here, it's flexible stuff. And it recalls the Cord, sort of, a little bit. Now, under the hood, what do we have? Okay, the slant six, no, this is a 318 two-barrel with a dreaded lean burn. What is lean burn? It's basically a computer controller that messes with ignition timing to get the leanest, cleanest, and theoretically most fuel-efficient performance out of the engine. But again, 318, not about, maybe 140 horsepower right here, not all the power. This was long after the muscle car era was gone. And power brakes, of course, on this thing here. AC, of course. I don't see cruise control. But anyway, it's a pretty well loaded car. And we'll go around to the side here. And these cars came with 10-spoke aluminum wheels, which are missing. On this example, they always go missing because people like to put them on other Mopars. They have the big bolt pattern, 5 on 4.5, which means it'll fit a Roadrunner, Charger, whatever you want to use them on. And again, here's the dreaded CMX fake top, convertible top. And we'll trade spots. Evan, the cameraman, is doing a great job following me around as I make like a ping pong ball. And then inside, we can see this one has the column shifted automatic. There was a bucket seat package and a console possible, not seen here. But if you look on the right rear side, you'll see a block off. That's where the glass is still in place, but that covers up the glass window right there to give the close coupled look of a convertible without the expense of such a thing. And these were very popular cars. And again, in total, there were 52,947 Maradas built between 1980 and 1983. Of them, only 1,683 were CMX, like this one here in 1981. Kind of a rare car, 1,683 units. Makes it uncommon, desirable. You choose on that one. But again, here's one of the wheels right here. Now, the aluminum wheels are gone. This is a 15x7. Cool wheels right here. A lot of guys like to put drag sticks on them or just use them on their Roadrunners or Chargers because they have a nice deep look to them. Again, 15x7. Good looking wheel. Glass beat it, paint it, be all right. And again, just a good example of Detroit's the smog 70s and early 80s when these things were the rule. And of course, 1980 or 81 brought the K car and front wheel drive, and cars like this were pretty much extinct. Now, these were all built in Canada, up in Canada, Ontario, and all built in Canada. And here's the Canadian sticker right here. It's faded out, but it's just built with pride in Canada. It's kind of faded away. But again, good example of the breed. A fun car if you're looking for something to, have some class with your performance. Some guys put 440s. It will go with a swap kit. 360 hopped up will make these things move pretty good. These have 8.25 or 7.25 rear axle, depending on which powertrain came in it. This one has the automatic, the 904 automatic, not a lockup converter. Maybe a lockup in this one. At this point in time, they might have had lockup converters. But again, the fakery continues. Behind here again, this is a fiberglass lid with padding, and this thing, the fake bows right here, doesn't do anything at all except trick the eye. But I don't think too many people are concerned or fooled by these things. But they were kind of classy. I would say that real estate agents would buy these things and look like they were riding in style, and they kind of were back in the day. So that's the story of the Dodge Mirada, built between 1980 and 83. And Richard Petty, very briefly, but not one of these things, he had a Magnum back in the late 70s and wasn't very successful. Some guys did run Miradas back in the day. Buddy Arrington, I believe, had a Marada. Not so successful, don't know. With that said, it would have been a small block powered car, and Chrysler's NASCAR budget was minimal because they were going through bankruptcy in 1970, 79, and 80, just crawling out of the depths of a major recession, the wrong products at the wrong time. So they weren't messing with NASCAR, but some of these were used in NASCAR tracks back in the day. So that's the story of the 1980 through 83 Dodge Mirada. And now you know. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Junkyard Crawl videos. Probably a new one tomorrow. We're making more. We're back.